Okay, so I have baby Dakota here, wearing his too cute outfit, and I'm making this video because I had a question about when I took him on the airplane. How did that work out? Focus, because there's not enough light in here. Okay, so I took him on an airplane, and he is a full body silicone, so this will only apply for full body silicone because I haven't taken a reborn, because reborns are different because, like, so full body silicone, you can see everything in them, they can't come apart. So it's actually easier to take a full body silicone. Although I imagine they'd probably do the same thing for a reborn, but you might get a little bit more trouble because they can't tell what's inside of them. But, okay, so I took him and I was so nervous. I was like, I had him in a bag for my carry-on, so I was hoping I would just be able to put the bag through the scanner. But before I put the bag through the scanner, because I didn't want to scare them, I said, I have a doll in there that looks very realistic. And they're like, okay. And then they tried to put it through the scanner, and they're like, oh, sorry, we're going to need you to take this out. And I was like, oh no. Luckily I was there, and there wasn't a lot of people, there wasn't anybody directly behind me, so that I didn't have any onlookers, because I was at a very small airport. And so I took him out, and they were like, oh my gosh, are you sure that's not a real baby? And it was a guy, so it was just kind of like, okay. And I was like, no, it's a doll, it's a piece of art. And so he, like, I had to take Dakota out, and I put him on a blanket in one of the little boxes that go through the scanners. And so he had to go through that way. And then he was like, he asked somebody to come over to look at the scanner thing, because the scanner, he told me on the scanner, it looked like a real baby just without bones. Like, because in the scanner they could see all the outside of everything. So Dakota went through, and then I went through the normal, like, security, like, thing, and then I got him at the end and was putting him back in his bag. And there was a lady down there, and she's like, why do you have these dolls for, or this doll for? And I was like, it's just a hobby, it's a work of art. And then I just put him back in, and yeah, they weren't mean about it. They weren't, like, overly friendly, but they weren't mean either. Okay, and then, on the way back, I actually was a little bit more thorough. On the way back, I said, before I put him through, I said, I have a doll in here that looks really realistic. And, he's like, okay. Or at first he was like, a what? And I was like, a doll that looks realistic. And then I was like, I had to take him out before. Should I take him out? And they're like, sure. And so I just took him out. And there's people behind me, but I was trying not to pay attention to what their reactions were. They didn't interact with me at all, so I don't know. I'm very shy, so it's, like, hard for me to get attention like that. Okay, so I put him through, and they had kind of the same reaction. They're like, wow, that looks really real on the scanner. And then after he went through the scanner, the lady was like, is this yours? And I was like, yes. And so she took me aside after I'd went through the thing, and I was about died, because she, like, I think on the way back, he let me keep him in the bag, but then she had me take him out, or she took him out, I think. I'm sorry, I can't remember, but I know that she had to hold him and, like, put a thing on his face, like a strip, to make sure there weren't any drugs on him. And then once she did that, then she just gave him back to me, and I put him in the bag. And I was just glad to be through the airport. So that's what happened with Dakota. Hey! Sorry, cat scratching the floor. I don't know why. When I was gone for, like, couple weeks, they started this habit of scratching the rug in my bedroom. And I haven't been able to break them of it yet. Because they always do it when I'm, like, laying in bed. I can't, like, get to them. Anyway, side note. But that's what happened. I am going to, probably soon in the future, take baby Melissa with me somewhere. I will do an announcement video about it when it's for certain, but it's not for certain yet. But I am not going to take her carry-on, because I actually will have to take the cat's carry-on, and, but I will take her, through the checked baggage. And when I did checked baggage last time, they took my doll out and they didn't rewrap her very well. So this time I'm taking a humongous suitcase and I'm going to put her in a box in there. I mean, I'm not going to tape it shut or anything because you're not supposed to do that because they will open it. But I hope that since they see that she's in a box, they'll put her back carefully in the box the way that I put her in there, because she doesn't have rooted hair or anything, but her eyelashes are what I worry about the most. Maxwell! My cats want my attention, so they're being bad. He just knocked all the papers off my desk. Max. Come here. Come here. Brat. So through checked baggage, you know, you kind of don't have that. You have a little bit more risk almost through checked baggage, but they're really not supposed to, like, mess up your stuff. It should be okay. So that's the way I'm going to do it with the reborn, because I can't take the cats and the reborn. It's just too much stuff. And your cats count as your checked bag, so, I mean, your carry-on bag, so I don't think I'd even be able to bring a reborn with cats, because it would count as an extra bag. Sorry, it's getting late. So, yeah, I hope this was helpful somehow. I know not very many people have a full body silicone, so it's only really helpful with that, but I know there's other people that's flown with reborns, so you might be able to ask them. Yeah, so we'll see you later.